All right, the excitement continues here at the KitchenAid Cooking Theater. Our next chef, world-class chef, fitness authority, best-selling author of 3 cookbooks, publisher of his own free digital magazine, and he was the pioneer to start it all with the cooking challenge shows on Food Network, over 20 seasons with 260 episodes. Please welcome Chef Robert Irvine.
And let me tell you, you are in trouble. Look at that hair, dude. What happened? You look like Shaggy the dog. Oh my God. My goodness, how's everybody doing? All right, I'm going to educate you today. Kat Cora, I'm in love with her. She just left, but anyway, that's the way it goes. Who doesn't cook? Good. Good. That's going to be interesting then. So today I'm going to make you a salad, which sounds really crazy when I say a salad, and a chicken pot pie, but I'm going to educate you on a lot of things. How many people like salad? Good. This one's kind of cool. You mean I got to work? Sweet potato, one of the best things for us, right? Well, actually, no. Dice that up a minute. This is my day off. I was with Arnold Schwarzenegger yesterday in Ohio. Everybody stand up. Stand up. Nobody's got a drink in the hand, right? Because if you do it, somebody's getting wet. Just saying. What are you looking at? Don't look at me. You don't have enough money to look at me. Hi. All right. You got a drink in your hand. You need to put it down, right? And I'll tell you why. Because you're going to put your hands in the air like this. Yeah. Hands in the air. That means you too. Don't watch what she's doing, because if she does it, she's in trouble. Your hands do go all the way up, right? All the way up, yes. But he shaved your armpits, so we tickle you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. All right. Oops, sorry. I'm going to shout 1, 2, and being as you're on your phone, you can do this. Come here. Yeah, what's your name?
Dominique.
Dominique, how old are you?
19.
All right, you're old enough. Hands in the air. Everybody do this. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. When I get to 3, you're going to jump, scream, and shout like you've won $50 million. You're going to jump, scream, and shout like she's won $50 million. You haven't. I know it's a dampener, but we work on Food Network. We have no money. All right, hands up in the air. Here we go. We'll try it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3! That was like you do with him, with the hair. That is not cool. This time I need all them losers that didn't come to hear you. I said losers with a double L. Shouldn't say that. I'll probably be selling stuff to them later. All right, here we go. Hands in the air. Ready? 1, 2, 3! All right, good job. Sit down. Now, every time you don't answer a question, I'm going to make you stand up and sit down. You will not sleep during my demo. Not allowed. All right. So, Brian, my trusty steed over here, one of my executive chefs, has just done a great job of cubing our vegetables. In other words, sweet potato. I've got cauliflower into little florets. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Why is it important that we cut these vegetables the same size? Very good. We are listening. I like that. All right, hot pan. How many people cook with oil? Good. I'll start this. We're going to have a little game in a minute. Just do that onion first. Kidding. Put them in there, in there. All right. I'm in a really bad mood today. No, not bad, evil. Can you get me some water, please? I need 2 bottles of water. All right, I need a Sicilian or Italian woman that's proud. Where are you from? All right, but what's your name? Cindy. Is that Italian enough? All right, let's do it. All right, and I need a male, Italian. You're Giuseppe from Sicily now. Let's go. Take your bag off. Give me another. Oh, there's one there. Steve.
Yes, chef.
Yes. Oh, I like it. Yes, chef. Good job. Turn around. Hold that there. Cindy. We can't call you Steve. Your name's Giuseppe. All right. So you're proud Italian, right? Do you cook with olive oil?
Yes.
Do you cook with olive oil?
Yes.
You do. Why do you cook with olive oil?
Why?
Yeah.
Because it's good for you.
Because it's good for you.
Because of Rachel.
Because of Rachel. Oh, Rachel Ray?
Yes.
EVOO. Oh, we can have some fun with this. Open your mouth, put head back. You said you were proud. Open. Do not close until I tell you. Okay, swallow. Don't put your tongue out, just keep your head back. Now swallow. Oh yeah, baby. This is my best part of my job.
It was full. Very full.
How do you put up your mum? I just want you to swig that a little bit, get rid of that taste. Meanwhile, we've got onions, sweet potatoes, and our broccoli florets. Is what? Don't talk till I tell you. This is the way this works. I have the mic. I ask you questions. Good. Head back.
I already know I'm not liking that one.
You do? Good. Open your mouth. What do you do for a living?
I have a kitchen store.
Dental
And an
plan.
Italian
Dental
market.
plan. I'm kidding. Oh, let's go that way. I got your glasses there. Same dental plan. By the way, in England, we don't have teeth, we don't have dentists. Anyway, all right, first time. What did you taste in the first oil?
It's much better.
It's much better. That's not. How old are you? That, use your
21.
words. What do you taste in the first oil? You cook with olive oil, right? Here's a hint.
I know. I'm nervous. I'm standing.
Don't be nervous. What does it taste like? Is it peppery? Is it bitter?
No, it's not better.
It's not bitter. Have you been drinking today? Or did you drink last night? Okay, good. What do you taste in this oil?
It's a little bit grassy.
Grassy. Good word. Now don't follow that. Anything else you taste in this?
Olives.
Sorry about your mum. The second oil, what did you taste in this?
Pretty much just oil. It didn't have much flavor to it.
Very good.
Thank
Very
you.
good.
Thank you.
Don't repeat what he said. What did you taste? Seriously. If you didn't taste anything, then say what you...
Yeah, it doesn't have much flavor.
Good. Hallelujah. The reason I'm teaching you this is because this is olive oil. We know it's olive oil. Why? Oh, I'm going to beat you all up right now. This is olive oil. 325 degrees. Then it becomes canola oil. It is no good for you. I don't care about EVOO and Rachel Ray and how much he gets paid. In this whole bottle, there is probably one thimble, we know what a thimble is, right? Of real olive oil. There is a thimble of chlorophyll, which is color, not chloroform, which I would just root for you and get you out. The rest is cheap, inexpensive oil, cottonseed oil or any other oil. That's your oil. I'm going to get there in a minute. Well, I'll finish. Listen to the story first. This one is grapeseed oil. Reaches 425 degrees to 450 degrees. Smokes, I'll prove that to you in a second. Has no flavor. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Some people do say it's buttery, but it's actually not. There is no flavor to it at all. But there is no water in it either. Unlike its stepchild here, that when you press olives, you get water, so it doesn't heat to the temperature that grapeseed does. Now, grapes are water too, right? So why don't we get grapes in this oil? I don't know. Or why do we get water in this oil, I should say? I don't know. But there's no water in this. That's why it gets so hot. Maybe the extraction, I don't know. So it's important when we use oils to use the right oil. coconut oil, avocado oil, nuts oil, except peanut, do not get hot enough to fry in. Therefore, they get absorbed into your food and become soggy instead of golden brown. Ooh. True. And if you don't believe me, go to CBS.com. I don't work for CBS, but I'm giving a big plug. There is a 1-hour special on how the mafia is no longer breaking legs. It's taking over food companies. There's a police force specifically in Italy that's larger than its original police force that seeks out food fraud. Olive oil, cheeses, pastas, cbs.com/olive oil. Now are you still proud?
Sure.
Good, sit down. Thank you very much. Now you learned something about oil. How are we doing there? Good? Okay. You're almost ready to roast it? All right, so if you can see the vegetables, we just got some color, we're gonna put them in the oven. Now, the reason I'm teaching you this before I actually cook something for you is really important. Because, give me that, can that stretch over here? All right, just buzz them and leave me some on the plate. Salt and pepper. Not all salt is created equal. How many people use iodinized salt? What do you know about iodine? I feel like the Pope. I don't have to clean it up, somebody else does. Iodine was put into salt in the 40s for really pregnant women that didn't have the nutrients for the baby to grow correctly. So iodine was introduced. It's called iodinized salt. How many salts do we have in the world right now? A lot, right? Where does salt come from? The sea. What flavors the salt in the sea? Fish poop, rotten fish, cardboard, oil, grease. Do you think the salt from the Atlantic Ocean is different from the salt in the Pacific Ocean? Why? Different fish poop. They're completely different. But what else? Where else was salt, or where else is salt found? Mines. You, with the hair. Yeah, come here. What's your name? Bobby. I'm going to hit you. I'm not going to hurt you.
I believe you.
So where does salt come from in rocks?
The mines you dig, there are pockets, they've been there for millions of years.
Good. So who were the first things to find salt in rocks?
Well, I'm guessing it goes back to ancient civilization, cavemen, Himalayans.
What do you do for a living? Stick with that. All right, I'm going to give you hints. Actually, come on this side because I hit with my right.
Okay, yes.
Get off the mat because I don't want you falling. So, salt was found. I'm giving you the hint because none of you knew, right? It's going to hurt only here. What was that? No. Who said ape? Ape. Apes were the first Neanderthals to find salt in rocks. They would literally go up, lick, I'm not doing that, and then they would clean themselves. It was a place they would go to every week at the same time to cleanse. What I have to do for my job. Give me, Bobby, your best ape impression. Now remember. Don't clap that. So, apes, are you married?
Yes.
Is this your wife?
No, the blonde girl with the camera.
What blonde girl? By the way, she's not blonde. That was not blonde, not in my world. Does that look blonde? Does she look blonde to you? All right, good. That's your wife that you go home to bed with. Right, good. Okay. So when you first met her, how did you get her attention? Because you look like a mute ape. You didn't like. That's the core. That's the the allure.
call,
Yeah, yeah. So how did you meet her?
A little more subtle than that, yeah.
Okay. So now give me the best ape that you can do.
Okay.
All right, sit down. That was terrible. Good job. Apes are aggressors. We take what we want. Or at least, whatever. All right, so salt is really important. Salt, as I said, is not created equal. Sea salt is much better for you. Iodized salt, I'll get back to that in a minute. That's where your salt goes. Pepper. How many people use pepper mills? And some of you are going to hate me in here right now if you sell pepper mills. So what do we put in pepper mills? Peppercorns, right? Peppercorns are hard. And if you're in a restaurant, what we end up doing is warming them up. Same with cardamom, cumin. Any spice that has a shell, we heat them first. Why? Hallelujah. Awesome. What's your name? Mike, good job. We release the natural oils in them. Because if we don't, we end up using a cold grinder. If you're with McCormack, you can get them in the supermarkets. This is what you have. Smell it. Don't go deep because you'll smell that one. What's the difference? You're mute now. I love it. First time you've been unable to talk. The essential oils, don't take my word for it. Which is better? You don't speak English? Oh. I always get one, don't I? This is the essential oils. Anybody want to smell it, you can. This is what you've got in your pantry. The difference is tremendous when you cook. 3 things. You don't need all the spices. You need the right oil, the right salt, and freshly ground pepper. If you go to my restaurant in Vegas, that's all you'll get. We don't put salt and pepper on the tables. If you ask for salt, we grind it for you. We roast the peppercorns in the oven, then we grind it at the table for you. All right. So all we've got here are sweet potatoes, broccoli, some capers, raisins. Why do we have raisins? We want a little sweetness, and they're just reconstituted in hot water. Dried raisins, hot water. Into a bowl. Thank you. I'll do that. I'll do it. Otherwise, you'll say I'm doing nothing. I know how you people are. Little capers. Toss that. All right. Garlic. Get off my board, dude. Garlic. Normally, we do one or two things. We either go and smash garlic. We slither garlic into very thin pieces, like so, or we dice it. Because this is delicate and I want the flavor of garlic, I'm going to take a microplane. Anybody doesn't know what a microplane is? Microplane. Almost like your cheese. Whole clove in there. I'm going to take a tequila shaker, and it's the only one you want to shake, tequila, or vodka, whatever. Shallots, or small onion, mustard. Where's my pepper? That pepper, please. A little red wine vinegar. Grapeseed oil. Pepper. Sea salt. Shake. It's just crazy. Everybody should have a Brian. And I can sell them to you. How much are you? Stop. All right. I'm just laughing at him. Oh. The reason I use it, you use a mason jar if you want, but I like the shaker's much better. Nice and acidic. Plate. You can put it on. Simple salad. How many people like pot pies? The reason I'm doing a pot pie is it's cold here. I don't like cold weather. I really don't. I despise it. Why I'm here, I don't know. But anyway, I'm kidding. I love Chicago. Great food city. But pot pie is like a staple in my house. We literally make 50 at a time. They go in the freezer. And when I come home, I'm only home 11 days a year. I get to eat pot pies. And yes, I eat 2 at a time, not 1. All right. There's a science behind a pot pie. Butter and flour. Now, flour, unfortunately for us, no matter where you are around the world, and especially here in Chicago when it's cold, each bag of flour will absorb different amounts of liquid. I was just in the North Pole 2 weeks ago with our troops in Thule Air Force Base, 700 miles from the tip of the North Pole. Everything is freezing, 32 degrees, perpetual darkness. They wake up to lights. They have to 25 minutes in front of a light so they get vitamin D. It's a pretty miserable existence. But flour there would take a lot more water because it's a lot colder. In a hot temperature, it doesn't take as much. So each bag of flour, whether you buy them side by side, is completely different, just like cornmeal or polenta. So all we're going to do, start with a little bit of oil. Carrots. I could have used that garlic. Celery. Don't matter. Potatoes. Don't worry, I'll drain the potatoes. Now, I want all the hard vegetables first. Why? They're going to take a lot longer. Now, chicken pot pie, traditional turkey pot pie or ham pot pie, whatever you want to make, traditionally is not colored. In other words, the vegetable is not caramelized, which is unusual because most of the flavor comes out of the vegetables when it's caramelized. What does caramelized actually mean? I don't know, Robert. Everybody stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Sit down. All right, what does it mean? You're too cool for school, dude. You can't give all the answers. Although I'm going to give you something, though. I am, because you're good. All right, caramelized is where the natural sugar comes out of the vegetables. If you have chicken, sugar is in chicken. Sugar is in fish. We don't add it. It's just there naturally. So when we move the pan, yeah, Mike, come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, how are your hips? You all right?
You can't jump, no.
No, I don't want you to jump. Can you bend, though?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yes.
All right. Look that way, open your legs. I know it's a long time. I want you to go like this. All right, keep doing it. Don't look at me, I know I'm cute. Pull the pan in as you go out, in, out, in. Keep doing it. That's A. Remember A.
A.
Right, because this one is going to hurt you. I want you to do this. I know it's been a while. There you go. That's B. So keep doing A and B at your pleasure. The reason I am not shaking the pan doing A or B is because I want it to cook. And the more I move the pan, the less it's going to cook. It takes a lot longer. You know you're going to be on TMZ tonight, right? That's TMZ camera right there.
It does not go on Facebook.
You're a bit late. It's going nationwide on that TV. Way to go, Job. Good job. All right, so we want it to cook. Whoops. We want it to cook. And it's the same with when you're cooking steaks on a barbecue or burgers or whatever. Do not press on the food. Do not move the food or the pan. Let it cook. It will tell you when it's ready to move or come off. For example, a piece of salmon in a pan using grapeseed oil, this 8 ounces will take 3 minutes. 3 minutes, take it off, leave it. 2 minutes resting, it will be perfectly cooked. An 8-ounce steak, 4 minutes, 4 minutes, 4 minutes resting. A 12-ounce steak, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. It will continue to cook. Remember, if I put your hand into a deep fat fryer, first you'll scream and you'll sue me. But when you take it out, it will continue to cook at the same temperature for 25 or 35 more minutes. So how many cook fish, and you see all the white gummy stuff come out? It was already dead before you cooked it. You just killed it. The protein has come out. It's no good to man or beast anymore. All right. Vegetables now are cooked. A little bit of butter. So what I'm now doing is forming a roux. We know what a roux is, right? Butter and flour. I'm going to teach you a reverse roux. Instead of putting it in the pan like I've just done and add flour and stir, you can take a bowl of flour. Do we have any flour there?
Yeah, it's right there.
No, I mean another bowl. Give me another bowl of flour and some butter, softened butter. All we do, I'll show you. So this is a roux I'm preparing now, right? Flour and butter. That's French, you know. Butter. Yeah. And all I'm doing is coating the vegetables with the flour. The longer I leave that, the darker the roux becomes. So right now, it's white. If I leave it 5 minutes, it becomes blonde. Longer than 5 minutes, it becomes almost brown and a nut flavor. I don't want that with this. So, stock. You start with this. Start with a spoon first. Just put it in. Why do you want to be so posh all of a sudden? Any single women out there? Brian's single. Makes a lot of money. You'll never see him. He travels a lot. That's a bonus, by the way.
Keep the house really clean. Dishes.
He does dishes. All right, stop for a second. Now, all I'm going to do is incorporate that and let it keep cooking out. Now, remember, flour takes about 20 minutes to cook out completely. Otherwise, you get a gummy taste and a real flour on the top of your gums. Almost like you've got false teeth and you put in that stuff that you keep your teeth in. What is it called?
I forget what it's called. Denturitis.
Yeah, something like that. All right, good. Keep doing that. So while he's doing that, come here. Don't be hiding. I'm going to teach you the reverse roux. What I want you to do is make breadcrumbs out of that. Actually, it's too much there. Just make breadcrumbs. You can take your gloves. Nobody's going to eat it, so it's okay. I just wanted to show the process. So, cook the vegetables, add the butter, add the flour, add the stock. This case, we're doing something really cool. Put the butter in the flour and it's cold, or it's room temperature butter, and we're making breadcrumb-like crumbs. When you get there, I'll let you know. The coolest thing about this is, if you're making stews or soups, or anything that needs thickening, you can keep this in a plastic Ziploc bag for a couple of weeks in the refrigerator. And instead of putting the flour and the butter in the vegetables, you put the stock straight in and you sprinkle. It immediately cooks out. Immediately. Why the French didn't design this instead of a roux, I don't know. But that's the French for you. Anybody French here? Okay, good. All right. A little bit more. Another alternative to this is oatmeal. If you grind oatmeal to a powder, it's great in chilies, it's great in soups, it's great in pot pies. It dissipates, so you will not see anything. It is great from a nutritional value, and if you're in a bind in the middle of the forest and there's a bear near you, you can feed the bear with the oatmeal and they will go away. I was kidding with that, don't do that. Just because she was smiling, that's all. All right, you can see the color start to change on, they can see it.
Okay.
Color start to change and start to thicken up. It's beautiful. I'm going to show you how this works. I didn't plan to do this, but, all right, come over here. Yeah, you keep doing that. Just, you have some water, turn that on. I'm just going to, no, you use that. I'm going to thicken water. Water! Of course, it's a stage. Don't you ever, no. I didn't plan this. I just thought it was kind of cool to show you. I got some new gadgets. Look at this. Look at this whisk. I can whisk faster than any machine can ever whisk. All right, so keep going, keep going. Put the chicken in, or turkey, whatever you want to do, or ham, or whatever you want to do there. Taste it. Make sure there's salt and pepper in it. So you see these breadcrumbs, right? That's all it is breadcrumbs. So it's butter and flour, no salt. We don't ever season this until we finish it. I better not do that, but. All right, good. Put some water in there. Look at you. You're so fast. You're so cute. All right, you've got to put some water in it, dude. All right, we're going to warm that up. High power. Then you're gonna thicken it. I'm going to show you how to thicken it. You're going to be like, oh my God, Robert Irvine is a genius. All right, no, you won't. I'm glad the way you went with me on that one. All right. A little bit more stock in there. Now remember, when it continues to cook, this pot pie, you've got to make it a little wetter than it normally would because the flour is going to cook out. Bloom. Bloom. So that's how the flour literally, it goes like this. And all the particles open, absorb all the liquid. So keep it a little wetter. Right, you finished that. All right, so you see the water boiling. Do you taste it? Make sure it tastes good. You're going to whisk. This is a whisk. It's kind of cool, right? What do you say?
Cool whisk.
Who made this cool whisk?
Let me guess, you?
Yeah. All right. So instead of using... I know, I got 1,000 of these, right? Instead of using them whisks that you have at home, they're called balloon whisks, right? We've got 3 separate tongs and it's hollow in the middle. Right, watch this. You whisk. You look so sexy when you do that. Now whisk hard. Faster. Don't get angry.
I'm not. He said faster.
See it already starting to thicken? Right, put the pastry on it. I just want to see you whisk more, that's all. It's such a good action. All right, stop. It's already thickened. I know I'm making such a mess. But it's fun, because again, I don't have to clean up. All right, quick way of thickening things. It's really good. We got puff pastry on the top. Another way, have you ever heard of crimping? It's not your hair either. It's literally you take your tooth, your thumb and your finger, and you push. What are you doing? Do you need a job? All right, and all you do is you push. And pinch. Push and pinch at the same time. Ooh. I bet you didn't do this on the other one, did you?
No.
That's because you're a hack. He's the best hack in the world, though, by the way. All right.
Yep.
I love cooking. All right, goes in the oven. So it gets all golden brown. A little salt on top. In the oven. And then television magic. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. As if by magic. Now, for me to get the best flavor for you when you eat this, I want to rest it a little bit. Resting, when we take food off the grill or in a pan, we have to rest the food. And everybody do this. Clinch it so your blood circulation is cut off. Now, gently release your fingers. And the blood flows back, right? That's the same as food. When food is cooked at high temperature, the protein tightens up. How many people have had a steak at any steakhouse, you cut into it, and the blood goes all over the plate? Don't you hate that? Ruth Chris has made a fortune of figuring out how to do that, which nature already did way before that. All you have to do is relax the meat for about 5 minutes, or the pie for about 5 minutes. It's not getting cold, but Ruth Chris did something really cool. They took that butter. Where's that butter? Thank you. That is a solid unit. They warmed it up. The milk solids and the salt comes to the top. It's what I call scum. You remove it, throw it away, because it's salt and protein. And what you're left with is clarified butter. They take the steak off the grill at 115 degrees. They dump it in the clarified butter. You go, oh my God, I'm gonna. Fat is heavier than liquid or water or blood. Therefore, it stops. It will absorb to about 1/8 of a millimeter into the steak or chicken or fish. When you're ready to eat it, it also stops the cooking process. It will stop cooking immediately. Stay hot, but it will stop cooking. So there's no carryover cooking. When you come to put it on your plate, as a restaurateur, I take paper towel. I take the steak out the butter, the chicken out the butter, the fish. I go, yeah, yeah, yeah. I put it on the plate. I make it look pretty. And you're none the wiser, but you have an amazing steak. The butter will never return to this form. It will never solidify again. Why? Because you remove the salt and the protein from it, or the milk proteins. It will always stay liquid. And you can use that, if you're using it for steak, over and over again, as long as you keep it in the refrigerator. Okay? Any questions on that? I'll let somebody taste this in a minute. So you saw me do this, right? Somebody's going to hate me in a minute. But I don't care. I'm leaving this afternoon. I talked about sea salt. Sea salt's a lot coarser. Use less of it. Is it healthier for you? Yes, because you use less of it. Himalayan salt, black salt, no matter what it is. But remember, it is still salt. It still gives you high blood pressure. Don't think you can do this with a sea salt, because it's not going to work. It's twice as intense because we do not do anything to it. Have you ever seen how salt is harvested? I'll tell you, Mexico, I just did a whole show on it. Mexico produces 579,000 tons of sodium for the United States alone a year. 17 football fields, literally, to create that salt. Sea salt, we stretch the Hessian sac, salt rolls or water rolls over, sun dries it, you have sea salt. Or, if you're in Senegal, which I just came from, I got the chance to live with 2,000 women for 2 days in wooden huts or mud huts, 400 miles from Dakar. And they harvest salt by channeling water from the ocean to plains, building up little berms. The sun evaporates the water, and they take a piece of plastic bucket and they scrape the salt. The men are lazy, as most men are. The wives put the salt on the sacks. 50-pound sack of salt is $2 in Senegal. The men move it, put it on the roadside, then they go back to bed. You wait till you see this show. Women, it's all about you. So, we talk about salt and how important the peppercorns and salt is. But you see what I did here? I did this for a reason, not because I want somebody to clean it up. Ha ha ha. You're going to clean this. It's because I wanted to show you, if you have a stale, dirty carpet that's moist, I shouldn't use that word, wet, and you have tracking marks because we do this the same way, in and out, all the time. Sprinkle salt, iodized salt, all over it. Leave it 24 hours. Vacuum it up afterwards. Your carpet will be rejuvenated. There will be no smell in your house, and the liquid will be gone. Pretty smart, right? Oh, I've got one more for you. Do not use sea salt because, as you can see, it's really coarse. But instead of all those microdermabrasions that you go and have, you can take grapeseed oil. You can mix it with iodized salt. At this point, I can do one of two things. I can either rub a whole fish and encase it in salt roasted, or, were you sleeping, dude? I was watching you, Mr. Gary. Wake up, or if you have no hair, not you because you got a lot of hair, or a rough-looking face, look, you didn't shave. You could take this, don't move, I'm not going to hurt you, and you can scrub your face or your arms, get rid of dead skin. It's called microdermabrasion for free. It's good for men, it's good for women. Do not use the sea salt, because I did have a woman say to me, hey, Robert, I did that with the sea salt. I rubbed half my face off. And she did. Do not use it with sea salt, but you can use this. It's great for cleaning. So you've got cooking tips with salt, you've got cleaning household tips with salt, and you've got personal health with salt. What else do you want? All right. You have a plate, because I'm not going to feed this a couple of plates and some spoons, please. Anytime you want. I'm having a meet and greet, by the way. Oh. He's such a good-looking guy. By the way, it's photoshopped. I had a meet and greet at, what booth is it? South 1828 in a minute, and we're giving away. So so you know, I'm going to let you try this, but I've just come out with a whole new line of houseware. Hey, you can't feed people. Guess what? I can. Because I always break the rules. I know, you told me. Bye. They do that at the restaurant show all the time, and I break the show rules all the time. Why? Because I don't like rules. I know you can't. Let me pick somebody I know. I'm going to pick one of my family members. All right? Is that good? All right, cool. Ooh, that's hot. Give me some salad. Give me a bit of salad on there. Get me a knife and fork. Hey, Mom! No. Yeah, come here. I'm not going to kill you. It's hot, though. Give me that salad. And a spoon. This is my mom. Meet my mom. Her name is Marcy. I love breaking rules. They're going to kill me. What? I can't feed her with a spoon like that. Now you wonder why it's hard where people do. Jeez. Brian, my goodness. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. Take a little bit of the salad, take a little bit of pastry and the thing, and you try it. Can I have a bottle of water also, please? What's that? It's hot. So I have this whole new line of housewares, knives and all this stuff. And a big portion of that goes to our foundation, the Robert Irvine Foundation, that serves our military. We build homes and give dogs and post-traumatic stress and all that sort of stuff. But we're also giving away a wine cooler. It's pretty awesome. They're brand new, nothing like it on the market. Good? Yeah. Anyone else want to try it? Sorry, you can't. My sister can try it. Sit down. All right. Yeah, thank you. I know. Get off. I hate it when you do that. It's okay. I got it. She's giving me to you mean by bust my chops right now. Good? All right, good. Now I can eat. Can I try it? Huh. They're afraid of insurance. That's what it is. I didn't have lunch. That's good. Stop by the booth. We give you a cooler, get some pictures. You can see the whole new line. There is nothing like it in the marketplace, believe me. And the money we raise, we have 11 companies. We raise a lot of money for our wounded warriors. We spend 150 days a year on the road with our military. I travel 345 days a year. Are there any former members of the military in here? If you stand up, hold your applause. If you're former members of the military, stand up, hold your, you stand up now. Hang on, I said hold your applause. Anybody else? What service you in? Navy. Navy? Army. Semper Fi. If it wasn't for the hundreds of thousands of men and women that stand there, that stand to watch every day around the world for freedom, we couldn't do this. Now you can clap for them and all those that serve. So thank you very much. Semper Fi. So thank you very much. Sorry. All right, he's going to tell me to shut up. I've got one more thing to say. Thank you, sir. I got one more thing to say. I'm not Cat Cora. She got 10 minutes. I take her 40. There are people in your own neighborhoods, in your own counties, that are less fortunate than us. It doesn't have to cost money to do a good deed. It could be helping them across the road. It could be opening a car door. It could be saying, hey, tomorrow's going to be a different day, giving them a hug, or just simply listening. How many people buy groceries? Have you ever been recently and the groceries are going through the cash register and all of a sudden it's moved to the side? If you see that and you can afford to buy that, please do. It could be for a child that's not being fed. And I see that more and more frequently as we go through these hard times. Please, I'm challenging each and every one of you to do something good, not that you don't already do that, for somebody that you do not know every day. And if every one of us here and our families did that one good deed for somebody we don't know, our world will be in a completely different place. God bless you all. Enjoy your show. Thank you. Now I'm done. Come and see me at the booth.
Chef Robert Irvine, thank you so much.